Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. And what we're going to make is pizza. Now, if you are looking for any pizza or pizza doughs, I'm pretty sure I've got about 12 to 14 different kinds. I mean thick and thin and all-purpose flour, high gluten flour, wheat flour. Please check them out. I have personal pan pizzas. I mean, I love making pizza. Who doesn't? And who doesn't like eating them, you know? But somebody recently said, would I put together a pizza, but for, say, a party, you know? So that's exactly why I'm doing this. I'm using my 12 by 18 pan here, and I've heavily greased it with oil. You decide on the oil that you want to use. I went ahead and made my dough in my bread maker on the dough cycle. You want to make your dough by hand, please, you know, feel free. But I like to use my my bread maker on the dough cycle because it's so much easier. It's fast, and I like the way that it just comes out. I don't have to worry about it, that kind of thing. And what I'm going to do is just put a little flour on my countertop here, and I'm going to give you the recipe to make it. And what you're going to do is, and please follow the directions of your maker. Whether you put, you know, the water, not the water, I'm sorry, the liquid in first and then the flour. So follow your directions because every maker is different. You're going to need 1 1/4 cups of milk. And I go ahead and I put that in my microwave to let it reach about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. You're also going to be putting in 3 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. So this is not, using pizza flour or high gluten on this one, just all-purpose. That was 3 1/2 cups. You're going to use 1 teaspoon of sugar. It's very low in sugar. And 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. And then 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Now, I won't have the ingredients on the bottom of my video. I don't do that any longer due to so many people taking my videos, claiming them theirs and pinning them and posting them, and I'm not alone on it, that's for sure. And it's just real frustrating to see my work other than on YouTube, because that's where I put all my videos on YouTube. So let's roll this out, and I just kind of move it around a little bit. This is a really nice dough to work with. It's not real heavy or dense, but it's not so delicate that you can't, as you can see, move it around. And that's what I like about it. I like a dough that you can, work it. I love making pizza because it brings back so many memories of my parents being in the restaurant and catering business. So, I started very, very young in the kitchen, but making pizza, that's for sure. So there's a lot of good memories for me when I'm making pizza and dough, pizza dough. Now, what I'm doing is just, hand forming it. This doesn't come out to be a real thick crust. It's more on, I'd say, the thinner side. But as you notice, there was no oil in this recipe at all. If you're looking for, again, pizza doughs with olive oil or whatever type of oil, I've got them. So please check out my channel if you don't like this one. And like I said, you can see all I'm doing is hand forming it, stretching it out, try to even it out as best as you can. Now, I'm using about 16 ounces of sauce. If you're looking for any sauce, pizza sauce recipes, I do have those on my channel as well. And you can use whatever that you have or that you make, your recipe that you have maybe passed down from your family or that kind of thing. Or a lot of people just buy the pizza sauce in a can. It's really up to you, of course. And now I'm just spreading it out here as evenly as I can. Now you can use whatever toppings that you want. Put, you know, cheese, pepperoni, Italian sausage, hamburger, green peppers, onions, pineapple, ham, anchovies. Not a lot of people like anchovies. Mushrooms taste really good also on pizza. As I said, what doesn't taste good on a pizza? Okay. All right, so let me get that out of the way. And what I like to do is I just take a little Parmesan. And this, believe it or not, is only about 4 teaspoons. You can put as much or as little or leave it out. I just think it gives it a little bit of a zing to the sauce. But again, you're going to make your pizza however that you like. And then I'm using mozzarella. I like to buy the mozzarella in the large block, and then I grind my own. I find it's cheaper that way, and then I freeze it and then pull it out when I need it. And this is 16 ounces. This is a pound. I actually measure when I make the pizza. I'm just so used to it, you know, that, but you certainly don't have to measure anything. I'm just saying that because some people write and say, well, gee, how much did you use when you made yours? So that's the only reason that I'm bringing it up. But this is about a pound, and then just spread it out. Now, you don't like this much cheese, you don't put that much on. You want double cheese, then, you know, put more on. You know, it's really all taste and preference and what you like, what your family likes, or your friends, whoever you're making it for, or just yourself. But what I like about this is, you know, that it's large. So if you're having a group of people over, you know, and it's cheaper than buying it, but it's, you know, it's a little bit of work, but it's also fun. And you can see this is a nice coating of cheese. It really is. Okay. I think we're going to use it all up here. Yeah, maybe not. That looks pretty good. Not everybody likes a lot of cheese, but I do, because I feel like otherwise I'm eating bread. And then the pepperoni. I like to buy my own pepperoni like this, and so, you know, and then I cut it in my processor, you know, whatever thickness you have on your blade, and then I'm just going to put down pepperoni. And then of course you can you know, make yours vegetarian if you want, or maybe you're just going to put different vegetables on it. I mean, it all tastes so good. It really does. Okay. And as far as pepperoni goes, I probably, well, I'll be able to count and give you an idea. In fact, I'll take just another second or two. I want to show you what it looks like And then I just put it in a nice big freezer bag. And you see, and I just take out what I want. And then I put it back, you know, in the freezer. But you can buy your pepperoni, of course, already cut up, sliced in packages or whatever. Again, I think this is a little cheaper that way. Whenever if I have pieces that maybe are broken up a little bit or whatever, I like to use them and put them in my spaghetti sauce for some flavoring. Or you can put them in a salad, chop them up and put them in an auto pasta salad. I don't want to bore you with this, so I'm trying to move it along here just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Now, I do bake my pizza at 450 degrees, but I watch it really close. If you find that that's, you know, too hot, bring it down to 425, you know. And it takes me usually anywhere from 15 to 17 to 20 minutes, you know, to bake it up. I like mine more well done. Some people don't like it as well done, so you decide when you take it out of the oven. And but again, I like to really bake mine at a high temperature. But again, if that 450 seems too high to you, try 425, that kind of thing. Or unless you prefer lower and you get good results your way, then please feel free. But this is what it looks like before it goes in the oven. I'm going to rinse my hands quickly here, because I'd like to show you the finished product, but I just wanted to rinse my hands. And I'm going to grab a mitt here because I took it out of the oven a few minutes ago. It's not really hot, but I don't want to burn my hands. Let me put that away. And this is how it turns out. It really makes for a nice large pizza, especially when you're having maybe a gathering or a party, or just that you have a large family. And it just comes out just, I think, so pretty. And again, I like mine a little more well done. That's why you can sort of see the cheese, how it's browned. If you don't like it that, you know, that brown, then take it out earlier. And I'm going to cut a slice. Let me see, I just want to try to lift this from the pan a little bit here if I can. Okay. And let me grab a cutter. Roll here. And like I said, it's still kind of hot. I'm just going to pull this apart with my fingers here a little bit. I should probably just grab a knife. Okay. It'd probably be easier if I did that. Hold on just a second. It's still quite hot, so let me grab a plate and we'll plate it. Okay. And I'm going to try to turn it over if I can, because it's still hot. But you can see the thickness of it. It's not a real, you know, it's not a real thick pizza. So, you know, I think it's about medium thickness. But there you have it. It really is a great tasting dough. It's light. It's not real heavy or real dense. But yet it's got a nice body to it. where you still have the crispy edges if you like the ends. Some people don't like the ends, they like the middle, but it's a very well, you probably can't see me pressing on it. I don't know if you can see how it bounces back, but it's very light, very fresh. It's got, like I said, the crispy sides to it, and it really makes, I think, for a delicious, whoop, still a little hot here, a delicious pizza. If you want to give this a try, again, real quickly, I'll give you the ingredients. You need 1 1/4 cups of milk, at least at 140 Fahrenheit, heated up. 3 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And again, I made mine in the bread maker on the dough cycle. And I want to, thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. If you're so inclined, please subscribe to my channel or give me a like or ring the bell. Boy, I'd really appreciate it. If you try this recipe and you like it, well, I'd like to hear from you. So please, write a comment or a question and I'll answer them in a timely fashion. And please watch me solely on YouTube. It's so frustrating when a lot of you will write to me or have questions or comments and I can't answer you because, well, my work's on another site, and it's really frustrating. So again, I really appreciate you watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. I want to thank you for just checking in on my channel. I wish you all to stay well and healthy. So thanks again from Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. See you soon.